All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here to Virtual Racing Network. We have a great dirt race in store for you here tonight. As you can see, a few drivers out on the track here as we're in practice for the next 14 minutes. There are 31 drivers that have made the trip here to this race. That means we will have a B main here for tonight and several heat races coming up here shortly. But before we get into all of that racing stuff, we need to go over the sponsors here for tonight's race, whether it's on the broadcast or on the racing side of things. Of course, a big shout out to Team VLR. They have partnered up with the Sim Dirt Modified Touring Series, and it is showing here, again, 31 drivers showing up for tonight's race. It is a huge field here for tonight's race. Again, we will have some heat races after qualifying, and then your B main, and then your 50-lap feature race coming up later tonight. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It is set to be an awesome race. On the broadcast side of things, we have a few partners we need to think that have come on board here for the 2018 year. And as always, starting with Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm. If you are a gentleman out there, you need to take care of that beard. There is no better way to do so than with some Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm. Make sure you check them out at wallsbeardco.com. SimSpeedShop.com, your one-stop shop for custom-made button boxes and those e-brakes for you rallycross racers. Those button boxes can be bound to just about any iRacing feature, so you definitely want to get one of those. And with that ever-expanding list of rallycross tracks, you definitely want to get an e-brake, because you're going to need one to get around those sharp, hairpin corners. So head on over to SimSpeedShop.com to pick up one or both of those items today. Northwest Racing Series, the official one-to-go sponsor here for tonight's race. We also cover their racing series on Wednesday night and Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Central Time, so make sure you stay tuned for that on Monday and Wednesday night. Ohio IndyCar League. If you're looking to get into some IndyCar racing here on iRacing, there is no better place to do so than Ohio IndyCar League. You can get all the latest information on that league at facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics, your sim race broadcast graphic source. If you're looking to get into broadcasting, already in it, and want to get some new overlays to help expand your broadcasting company, or just need some overlays for streaming on iRacing that'll pull some of the iRacing information, go get a hold of Jason Allison over at ibog.co. And, of course, your post-race show. We'll see if we have time for a pre-race. Probably won't. But your post-race show here tonight, your top 3 interviews, is presented by Randy's Wraps. If you're looking to stand out from the crowd with a really nice-looking paint job, you can do so by heading over to Facebook as well and typing in Randy's Wraps, and it will take you directly to his page. You can get a hold of Randy Post, get a really nice paint job done for a really great price. That being said, that will do it here for the sponsors. For anyone that's just tuning in here now, or just tuning in general to a Virtual Racing Network, typically we are covering a lot of asphalt. We do have some dirt leagues, still looking to pick some more dirt leagues up on a Saturday if anyone has one out there. We are looking and open for bookings on Saturday all day. So definitely hit us up on our Facebook page at Virtual Racing Network or at virtualracingnetwork.net for that. But tonight's breakdown of how everything is going to go. We will have practice, which is going on right now. We'll go ahead and put that countdown clock up there. You have 10 minutes till qualifying, which is what's coming up next. Right after this, we will have 5 minutes of qualifying, followed by what could be 4 heat races. I do believe we will have all 4 heat races here tonight. We'll see. indeed, if that is correct, but up to 4 heat races. Guaranteed to have at least 3. We'll look at that 4th one, though, shortly. Then we will be followed by a 20-lap B main, where if everyone is here, we will be sending several drivers home. We can only take 24 to the feature race. We have 31 here. We're going to be sending several drivers home, 7 to be exact. We do have a little bit of a warm-up. It is scheduled for 10 minutes. We will only complete 5 of that, and we will move on to your feature race here tonight for 50 laps. That is the breakdown of how it's going to go. Each heat race will have up to 12 drivers in it for 15 laps, I believe, unless they've lowered that laps. But that is how the breakdown is going to go tonight. We want to thank everybody for tuning in here, as we definitely are glad you're here, whether you're on the YouTube side of things or on the Facebook side of things. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. Definitely, you're in for a treat here tonight, to say the least. It is a just outstanding race. Looking here at the point standings, we'll go ahead and go through your top 10 here in the point standings right now. Howard Weaver is your points leader with 934 points. Behind him in second place is Dylan Thomas with 780 points, so a very significant lead for Howard Weaver coming into tonight. Trevor Brownlee sitting in third place. I don't think these points are 100% accurate, as Trevor Brownlee has not been racing here. He is actually admitting, so I'm not sure how accurate those are. We may have to get a confirmation on those point standings here. Actually, let's see what we can't do. Give us just 1 minute here, folks, while we look these point standings up, because I'm not sure those are completely accurate. We are going to get rid of that, and we're going to let you see what it's like to drive one of these things, as we're going to go to the helmet cam for these drivers. So, again, just a minute here. And we'll go around here. They're probably getting ready for a driver's meeting, but we'll go on board here from driver to driver and just let you see what it's like, thanks to T&D Rustic Decor, and give us just 1 moment. Alright, it's showing those are somewhat correct. I don't think they're 100%, as we're going around this track one more time, but we'll try to clarify those. Regardless, we know Howard Weaver does have a huge point lead, and it will be a challenge for people to catch up to him. But we do have 31 drivers here tonight, so anything is possible and anything could happen. It's going to be awesome to see if somebody can get him, as I do believe he was last week's winner. So a lot of stuff going on here, as we were off last week due to unforeseen circumstances here on VRN. We were unable to broadcast the race, but we are back here stronger than ever, and we are set to get this thing going. We have about 5.5 minutes, as we have a few drivers out on there. A lot of drivers we have not seen, but we do know drivers like Jed Burton here tonight. We'll take a look through this list. Clay Debin, we know who he is. Dylan Hauser here tonight. Tyler Hollum coming back after his week 1 win. Shad Prescott, we know who he is. So a lot of drivers that we know, a lot of these drivers, you got Shad Prescott, Tyler Hollum, Jed Burton. These drivers are part of D1RT, who we also cover for the Winter Classic. So we know all about these drivers and how good they are. Just don't always get to see them race in person, but we are going to get to watch them here tonight. So we'll see how they do. Can they come up here and give Howard Weaver or Virgil Graham a run for the money as our two pros at the top of the charts right now with 4.5 minutes left to go? Again, just a outstanding night here. Make sure you get out there and share this link on YouTube or Facebook. Get it out there. Get everybody in. They haven't missed anything yet, so definitely get them out there, get this link to them, and let's see how many people we can get in here tonight. Maybe we can hit double digits, maybe even triple digits on the live views. Again, you do not want to miss this, and if you're good friends, you don't want your friends to miss it either. Going to be a fantastic night of racing. We will be sending several drivers home tonight, so hopefully your driver makes it. And speaking of that, of course, let us know in chat by giving us your pick for tonight's run. Do you have a particular driver that you're rooting for during tonight's race? We definitely always like to hear that information and see it in chat. And we are going to go ahead and see if we can't pull up chat here for the Facebook side of things as well, as we don't want to leave you guys out of the loop here when we start answering any questions in chat. Again, we just going to give us a minute while we go ahead and pull that up. All right, is indeed pulled up here, and we got a lot of people over there watching as well, so thanks for tuning in here on the Facebook side of things. We're going to go through. Unfortunately, Josh Clark, I'm not sure if they can stop your beard from turning gray. It'll definitely make it look a lot healthier, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if it'll stop it from turning gray. But a lot of people over here on the Facebook side of things, we're going to keep an eye on that as well. So definitely stay tuned. We got about 2.5 minutes left. As always here, we like to honor our country with the national anthem. That is what's coming up next. So again, we are going to step away for the last time, and here in about 15-20 seconds we'll get to the national anthem, so do not go anywhere. We will be right back with qualifying coming up after your national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back, and they did advance it a little early here, so we're going to jump right into the mix of things here as it has already started. And we're going to go ahead and put your driver bar up on the screen, but a lot of times have already been put down, but we here at VRN, we're not going to interrupt the national anthem, even though it had already started. Is that we would just get a little late start here, but right now Mason Crawford is your fastest time, followed by Shane James, Virgil Graham, Ryan Gaunt, hopefully that is how you pronounce that last name. Shad Prescott currently 5th right now. Randall Carter in 6th place. Howard Weaver out on the track. He's someone we're going to have to keep an eye on. DJ Kilinowski going to take a 3rd place right now, but a lot of times coming in, we're again missed some. Howard Weaver going to go to 3rd place with a 17:2:49. Dylan Hauser to 6th place with a 17:3:57 as we got 2.5 minutes left on the clock. We'll see who's next. We're going to go down here to J.R. Bash, currently in 28th in the 28 machine. Laurel Havens, I believe is the pronunciation for that, in 27th right now. We'll see Mike Molnar still out on the track as he is sitting there stuck on the track. So we'll go to Darren Friedman, as I believe that is how you pronounce it. We'll see what he's going to do. 21st place at time. Again, Howard Weaver still trying to throw some dirt in the stands there, but his times are done, so no more laps will count for him, and that is just about going to do it here. 2 minutes, and I stand corrected. Howard Weaver had one more lap. I didn't think he did. 17:124 to take it to the top of the charts here as we'll get it right. Virgil Graham still sitting in 5th place. Can he top that time here in that number 42 machine? And he's going to put in a 17:5:54. Not going to do it. DJ Kilinowski going to put it to a stop there. Dylan Hauser still out on the track as well. So it looks like all 30 drivers that are going to race have completed laps. You see your top 20 right there. Again, this is qualifying. Does not indicate where they'll actually be starting as we have heat races, not just a straight race. But Howard Weaver putting the fastest time here in qualifying with a 17:124 in qualifying. A very fast time for him as we're going to go ahead and get rid of that driver bar. 1:05 left on the clock, and we will go racing for heat race number 1. And again, we'll let you know if we're having all 4 heat races. We have not had a race yet that had all 4 heat races. To my knowledge, anyway, I do not recall. So we will have to keep an eye on that and see if we do here tonight. 45 seconds left. Definitely, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, let us know your pick here for tonight's win. I definitely think we should see some great racing. I know we got a lot of people over on Facebook side as well. So definitely a great turnout here tonight, and you will not be disappointed with this race. Promise you that. As we have 19 seconds left, so we are going to step away, get hydrated for this race because we are going non-stop from the rest of this way. 10 seconds left. We'll be right back with your Heat Race 1 starting grid. All right, Heat Race 1 is getting to the grid, so we're going to drop down there with them. So we get nice up and close with them. Heat Race 1 drivers are going to be the following as we're going to pop them down on your screen. Again, this will only show 10. There's actually 11 drivers here. Excuse me. They will be in this order following Blake Brown, Ryan Gaunt, DJ Kilinowski, Howard Weaver, Mike Molnar, Austin Moore, Cody Hollis, Ryan Martin, Eddie Underwood, J.R. Bash, and Brent Holman is actually not starting, so there will be only 10 drivers starting in this heat race. So we have 30 drivers, so we will have 10 per race. That is how it's going to break down. Again, we'll leave those lists up there of Heat Race 1 drivers here for just a few moments. Excuse me, until they get going. Is Howard Weaver going to try to take the cone with him? And we're actually going to zoom out here just a little bit so you can get a better feel for how many cars are here tonight. Again, this is just 10. We're going to have 3 heat races here. We would need a full 40, obviously, to make all 4. I didn't know if it was going to break them up into lesser fields, but it's going to be 10 cars per heat race for 10 laps. So if you're in the back, like JR Bash, that gives you 1 car per lap to get to the front. So we'll see if he can do it here tonight. The 74 of Blake Brown is going to be your pole sitter here for heat race number 1. Pace car is just about ready, or pace truck in this instance, peeling off the track here next time by. And who is ready for some great racing here tonight? I know you tuned in for some great dirt track racing. Well, you're just about ready to get it started. And the pace truck will be diving off, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of your driver's list off the screen. And they get a good jump. Green flags in the air. We're racing here for the first time in heat race number 1. And it is so far the 74 Brown that is out front leading this race. Right behind him is the 20 of Gaunt as he's going to try to run him down. And he may get him here. Ryan Gaunt going to take the lead here very quick. But here comes the 74 Brown trying to get in there. Kilinowski trying to get into the mix in that 4 machine. Weaver in the 07, all of them taken to the high side. You'd have to go back here to the 156 of Molnar before you find someone trying the bottom. And they're 3 wide for second place. Howard Weaver's going to go from 4th to 2nd in 1 lap as he is on the hunt to get to the front. And he is doing a good job as the 74 scrapes the wall. Weaver scrapes the wall. Caution number 1 is out. And it's going to be for Hollis bringing out it in that number 15 machine. Let's go back and look. The number 15, Cody Hollis, bringing out the caution here. We'll see, did he have help? He's got the 024 and the 55 around him. There you go, bumper to bumper, and back to the back bumper, the 024, and then gets tapped by the 16, of Underwood, and that sends him around, and that will bring out caution number 1 as we are on lap 4 of 10 here, fixing to be lap 10 of, lap 5 of 10 right there. The lights are still on, so we're going to have about a 4-lap shootout when we get the green flag one more time. Right now, Howard Weaver sitting in 2nd. Ryan Gaunt sitting in 1st place as he gained that lead pretty quick, but Howard Weaver has moved his way up to the front very quickly. Blake Brown starting in 1st has fallen to 3rd. Mike Molnar sitting in 4th place right now. Austin Moore in 5th. Those are your top 5 drivers here getting ready to get this thing going once again as we're going to zoom out to give you a better feel for it. And look, all 10 cars still on the track. Everyone on the lead lap as it looks like the pace lights are just about ready to go off, and I believe they just did. They are indeed off, so we're going to get this thing started with lap number 7. So we'll have 3 laps to go when we get the green flag coming by this time. All right, pace car is getting ready to dive off. There it is, diving back to pit road. Green flag in the air. We are racing one more time. This should do it for heat race number 1. If a caution comes out, the race is over. We'll see if we can finish it with 4 laps to go. Going to be 3 at the line. Weaver trying to get to the bottom. He's going to put a slide drop on the 20 of Gaunt, and he will complete the pass. Here comes the crossover move, and it's going to be Weaver at the line by about a bumper. There was not much, but the 20 does complete the crossover. Here comes another crossover from the 07 of Weaver. He will get the lead once again. Oh, no, not that time, but contact between the 07 and the 20, and that's going to propel the 07 of Weaver to the front. But here comes the 74 Brown. He wants back where he started and on pole. He wants to get the win here with 2 laps to go. Can he have it? We'll see as here comes the 20 of Gaunt back to the inside. He'll get by the 74. Here comes the 74 for the crossover. Howard Weaver out front here with now 1 lap to go. Presented by Northwest Racing Series. It is Weaver out front, but Brown and Gaunt racing for second place. Who is going to get it? That is going to be a good question, but I believe it is going to be The 74 will take second place, but Howard Weaver in that 07 machine taking first place. Heat Race 1 winner going to the 07 of Howard Weaver. That will do it for Heat Race number 1. Heat Race 2 getting ready to come out on to the track here momentarily, as Howard Weaver will get the win and with a damaged car after the race is over. A checkered flag is waving, so Howard Weaver having a little fun there after the race. There will reset. Heat Race 2 getting ready to come out onto the track, so we'll jump down there with them, and we'll go ahead and pull your 10 drivers up. They are going to be starting in this order here tonight. It is going to be Corey Whitworth, Shad Prescott, Virgil Graham, Mason Crawford, Chad Wheeler, Aaron Paul, Tyler Hollum, Dylan Petty, Matthew Jerry, and Kenneth Drake. Those are going to be your 10 drivers here for Heat Race number 2 as they are rolling off pit road to get this thing started. All right, Heat Race number 2 is underway here as we are pacing here. Lights are off on the pace truck. Again, 10 more laps. They were 15 at the start of the season. They have cut those back to 10. Now, we will have a main here tonight where we will send several drivers home. Again, only 24 drivers can make it to the feature race. We have 30 drivers here, so that means 6 drivers will be going home from that B main, and only the top 2 will be making it. So it's going to be a lot of pressure if you're back in that B main to try to get to the front of this field. They're nice and tightly bunched up here, as it is going to be Corey Whitworth and Shad Prescott starting this race on the inside and outside row. There they are. We'll go ahead and get rid of that off your screen. Green flag is in the air, and it's going to be the 69 of Whitworth that gets a huge jump. And here it comes. I believe that's the 42 of Graham. There he is. He is battling the 41 of Prescott. Loses a spot very quickly. And now here comes the 119 of Crawford. He's going to try to get by as they're going to go 2 wide coming out of turn 4 for third position. Graham trying to run down Whitworth for the position. Whitworth proven winner here in this series. So is Graham. Graham trying to run him down. That is a battle for first position. And here comes Crawford into the mix, as well as Prescott. Don't count him out yet. He's battling 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is for the lead right now. And here comes the 119 of Crawford on the outside. Oh, gets into the outside wall. That's going to hurt him a little bit. But here goes Graham to the outside, scrapes the wall. That's going to let the 119 and the 69 by him. As again, Virgil Graham will lose the lead after getting into the outside wall, and he will have to gain those spots back as the 119 gets into the wall heavy several times. That's going to let Prescott by, but Prescott not being able to hang on to it. Can he get him at the line? It's not. It's going to be the 119 as he gets into the back of the 42 of Graham. So Crawford getting into Graham, and we'll see. That is a battle right now for second position between Graham, Crawford, and Prescott. Prescott right now to the bottom. He'll take second place. Can he hold off Graham at the line? Not going to happen. The 19 gets into the wall, gets into the 41 as he has just bounced off the wall so many times here in this race. And here comes Whitworth back there trying to hold off the 42 of Graham. Graham's going to take it to the outside, and I believe we may have a new leader at the line. It is going to be Virgil Graham in that number 42 machine here with 4 laps to go. Whitworth trying to hang on to it. Oh, and he gets a little tap from the 119 as he was already way sideways. He hangs on to it. We're coming up to 3 to go, and everybody's been getting into that outside wall as it is getting really bumpy out there. The 119 of Crawford scrapes it again, almost making contact with the 41. Whitworth trying to get back up there to the lead as he led 5 laps. Graham has led 2, and those are your only 2 leaders. Right now, Virgil Graham is comfortably has a comfortable lead at the moment here with 2 laps to go. It has been crazy, but here comes out of nowhere the 54 of Tyler Hollum. He's fighting his way up front. He's in 6th place right now, but he had a huge run there. It looks like he's going to get by the 88 of Chad Wheeler to take that that position. But up front, there is your leader now with 1 lap to go. Graham out front in that number 42 machine, followed by Whitworth, Prescott, Crawford, and Wheeler are your top 5. And he is coming to the line as we'll zoom out so you can see right there. Heat race number 2 winner going to the 42 of Virgil Graham, as he will be your official Heat Race 2 winner here tonight. Heat race number 3 getting ready to come out on to the track, so we will get down there to them as quickly as we can, as we'll go ahead and pull up your 10 drivers here for heat race number 3 drivers. That is going to be Jed Burton on pole, Randall Carter on the outside, followed by Dylan Hauser, Shane James, Clay Devin, Dylan Thomas, Darren Friedman, Jared Winholz, Laurel Havens, and Cody Turchi. Hopefully that is correct pronunciation for that last name. So definitely been some great racing here, as we've only seen 1 caution. Knock on wood, someone we don't see anymore. We'll see how the feature goes. We will have a B main where we send 6 drivers home. Only the top 2 will make it to the feature race from that B main. Again, we'll leave that list up there for just a bit longer. As you can see, the pace car is still on the track. All right, definitely it's been some great racing so far. We're glad everyone is here. Let us know. We'll see if we can get those car sounds up for you just a little bit. We've been working with it here. Hopefully we just turned it up, so hopefully you can hear it now, as we have been working on that. Green flag is in the air, though. We'll see. Hopefully, again, that is better for you here, as we did turn them up just a little bit. And they're going 4 wide, 3 wide for second place right now. We're going to zoom in just a little bit, as they're going to be 3 wide. It's Jed Burton out front in that 115. 4 wide for the lead. Dylan Hauser, Carter, and Devin coming in there, as it's going to be everybody to the inside or outside, except for 1 car taking it to the inside lane, and it's going to be the 2 of Dylan Hauser that is going to take the lead, and the 115 of Burton trying to run him down, just can't quite hang in there. It has been a rough track here so far, as you can see him bouncing around just a little bit. Definitely something they are used to here on racing. These tracks get a little bumpy, as they can in real life as well. Shane James hanging in 3rd place right now. Here comes that 115 of Jed Burton trying to get his way. Is Barton going to scrape the wall? Clay Devon's going to get by him in that 84 machine, followed by the 03 hanging back there as well. Again, that is Jed Barton in the 115 that scrapes the wall. He will get by Clay Devon one more time in the 84 machine. But we want to go right up here. This is right now the battle for the lead, and it's going to go to Shane James in the 3 for the moment. Here comes the 37 of Randall Carter, trying to get the pass one more time, and he will indeed take the lead back, but they're still side by side. Shane James, Randall Carter side by side, but it's going to be Shane James that has it at the moment. Can he hang on to it? He will hang on to it at the line. And good, the sounds are good for you there. Again, we've been tweaking on those here at VRN, trying to get those perfect for you here. But here comes the number 2 as he slides up, almost gets into Shane James. That is Dylan Hauser trying to battle for 2nd position right now, and putting on just one heck of a run here, as he may try to make a bid for the lead here with 3 laps to go. Going to be 2 at the line. It is right now Shane James, followed by Dylan Hauser, and Randall Carter are your top 3 right now. There it is, 2 laps to go. Will the 2 of Dylan Hauser or the 37 of Randall Carter have anything for your current leader, Shane James, who got the lead, and he's now led 3 laps. Going to be 4 laps led right there, and now it is 1 lap to go. Presented by Northwest Racing Series. I don't think anybody's going to have much for him here, but we may have a battle for second place. Oh, as that's going to be Dylan Hauser into the outside wall. That's going to let the 37 of Randall Carter take it, and right there, checkered flags are waving here. Your Heat Race 3 winner is going to go to the 3 of Shane James here in Heat Race number 3. That is your last Heat Race of the night, and it's going to go to Shane James. So, next up will be your B main. So expect to see some great racing from these guys as well. It's been great racing so far, and I don't expect anything less here from the B main. All right, glad to know the sounds are good here for you. Total racers here tonight for the feature will be 24 to Kamikaze over on the YouTube side of things. As we're going to go ahead and get down here, we're going to go actually have to use our live grid here for you. Row 1 is going to be the 16 of Eddie Underwood and the, I'm not sure what number he is, the Mason Crawford. Row 2 is going to be Clay Devin and Austin Moore. Row 3 is going to be Tyler Hollum and Gerald Winholes. Row 4 is going to be Mike Molnar and Dylan Petty. Row 5 is going to be Dylan Thomas and J.R. Bash, as some of these guys may not be starting here tonight. Row 6 is going to be Kenneth Drake and Cody Turchi. Row 7, DJ Kilinowski and Matthew Jerry. Row 8 going to be Laurel Evans and Cody Hollis. Row 9 going to be Darren Friedman and Brett Holman. And I believe that will do it here for the starting drivers here in the B main. Again, looks like we're going to be taking more than 2 drivers. I thought we were going to take the top 2 and send 6 drivers home. We had 31 drivers total. We can only take 24, so we'll keep an eye. Only 30 actually started, 17 in here. So, again, there'll be 6 drivers that will be going home. So we'll watch to see which 6 those are going to be. As the green flag is in the air, we are racing here in your B main. And, man, has it got a lot of cars in here battling for very few positions to advance to the feature race. Right now, it is Underwood in that 16 machine out front. Is there 3 wide for second place right now? Let's zoom out so you can get a better feel for this. Look at how many are coming by. 3 wide. It's going to be the 156 of Molnar on the inside as they go 3 wide here. What a battle going on. That's the 54 of Tyler Hollum getting into the mix as well. It's just so many battles going on right now. This is just the battle for about second and third position. Austin Moore sitting in that 55 machine on the high side currently has second place over Mike Molnar in the 156 machine. Jared Winholes in fourth place right now. A lot of people taking to the high side, but not the 54 of Tyler Hollum. He is staying on the bottom, which has proven to have a little bit of speed in it early. So we'll see if it still has that speed later on in the race, as he's going to get by the 84 of Clay Devin. Both of those are D1RT drivers. Big shout out to D1RT, as we've worked with him, and we will continue to work with him as much as possible. And here comes the 156 and the 54, going to make it 3 wide. Contact almost between the 4 and I believe that was the 5 there. The 4 and the 5 almost make contact of DJ Kilinowski and Dylan Petty, as those two are not done just yet. They're still battling, and here comes the 03 of Dylan Thomas trying to get into the mix as well. Again, the bottom 6 drivers will not make it to the race. That is where we're watching right about in here, as right now very few drivers are giving an inch right now. Everybody battling as hard as they can to try to stay out of those bottom 6 positions, which there are 16 drivers in here. So obviously the top 10 will make it to the feature race here tonight. Right now we are watching basically the transfer position. 10th place belongs to this car right there, the 11 of Kenneth Drake right now. But he's got company, as now it is going to be still Kenneth Drake, but there it is. Now Cody Turchi has it. Cody is not wanting to give that spot up. He wants that spot very badly, as he is going to knock Kenneth Drake to 11th. And again, that is the cutoff spot, 10th place. If you are below that, 11th through 16th, you will not be making the race here tonight, so you've got to be very careful. And actually, maybe 11th place, it does make it anyway. 10th or 11th, in that area is the bubble area. Again, the bottom 6 will not be making it to the feature race. So right there is your leader. That is Eddie Underwood, who has this race. He has led every lap so far, with right now at the halfway point, 9 laps to go here in the B main. Again, the cutoff spot is where we're watching, right around in here, 10th, 11th place. We'll see as it's going to be the 11 of Kenneth Drake taking it to the bottom. And he is falling back right now a few spots, as he has the 89 of Darren Friedman coming behind him, trying to take that position. If he does lose it, which he just did, he for sure would probably be out right now. Again, 31 drivers started, technically 30, as Brent Holman never started the race. So other than him, 30 drivers did start, but we're saying 31. Obviously, 24 can make it. So we're sending 7 home, 6 if you don't count him. So again, as it is right now, 11th place would be the cutoff spot. Mason Crawford, 13 laps down, now 14, did not start the race either. So it's unfortunate. Mason Crawford had a fairly good run, always a fast car, but just didn't quite make it to the actual race. We'll see Kenneth Drake right now on that bubble spot still. Right now, Cody Turchi is the one car that would start the guys that didn't make it. As we'll take a look back up here to the front. These guys are locked in based on their position right now, but nobody gave them the memo. They're still battling side by side as hard as they can, trying to gain every position. Obviously, it counts. The higher you can finish up here, the further you will be in the feature race. So you want to gain every position you can in here in the B main here to try to start far up. Oh, and the 19 gets hit by the 156 as Mike Molnar into the 19 of Jared Windholes. That will push him up the track, and he will take the position from him. And here comes the 4 as well. We have 3 laps to go. Going to be 2 at the line, and it has belonged all race long to Eddie Underwood, who is your race leader and has been all race. And here comes company with 2 laps to go from the 55 of Austin Moore. Will Austin Moore be able to get by him here with 2 to go? We'll stay up here and find out. But your B main winner looks to be the 16. But if the 55 has anything to say about that, that will change. 1 lap to go here in your B main, presented by Northwest Racing Series. And they are set here, and it looks like it's going to be the 16, 55. Backed off there a little bit. Here comes the 156. Oh, contact's made with tire to tire. It's going to be the 55 at the line that gets second place. But Eddie Underwood in the 16 takes home the win. And we got some cars beating and banging after the race is over. But the 16 of Eddie Underwood will take the win here in the B main. And that is going to do it here for the B main. They have a 10-minute warm-up. They will advance after 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We are going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we will be ready for your feature race here for 50 laps. Again, this is just a warm-up here for them to go out and practice a little bit. So we're going to just step away, get hydrated. We'll be right back for your feature race. All right, for anyone that's just joining us here, we have currently 7.5 minutes on the clock. We are just stepped away here, getting the last minute stuff ready, getting hydrated for that feature race. 50 laps is what's coming up. That is all that's left between one of these drivers. 24 drivers making it to the winner circle here at Eldora Speedway. Again, 24 drivers going to be starting. And we will not go the full 7 minutes. When the clock says 5 on your screen, they will advance it and get this thing started. We are not going to run the full 10-minute warm-up here. So grab you something to drink, grab you something to snack on. Don't go too far, because here in the next about minute, just under 2 minutes, we will go live for your Walls Beard Co. starting grid here for your feature race, again, which will be 50 laps here at Eldora Speedway. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, and it is time for your Walls of Beard Co. starting grid, as there are 24 drivers that are going to make it. So we're going to go ahead and go through it here, as we won't have long to go through your grid. It's going to be just as follows. Row 1 is going to be Howard Weaver and Virgil Graham starting on the row 1, inside and outside. Row 2 is going to be Shane James and the 74 of Blake Brown. Row 3 is going to be the 69 of Corey Whitworth and the 2 of Dylan Hauser. Row 4 is going to be the 20 of Ryan Gaunt and the 41 of Shad Prescott. Row 5 is going to be the 37 of Randall Carter and the 024 of Ryan Martin. Row 6 is going to be the 88 of Chad Wheeler and the 115 of Jed Barton. Row 7 is going to be the 16 of Eddie Underwood and the 55 of Austin Moore. Row 8 is going to be the 156 of Mike Molnar and the 19 of Jared Winholes. Row 9 is going to be Clay Devin, I believe it's the 115, and the 4 of DJ Kalinowski. Row 10 is going to be Tyler Hollum and the 89 of Darren Friedman. Row 11 is going to be the 5 of Dylan Petty and the 03 of Dylan Thomas. And rounding out your field here in row 12 is going to be Kenneth Drake and Cody Turchi. Those will be your Walls Beard Co. starting grid here for your feature race. Again, 24 laps is what, or 24 drivers with 50 laps is what we have on the books as we're getting ready to get this thing started. We're going to zoom out a little bit so you can see here. Here it is. Green flag is in the air. We're racing here at Eldora Speedway for the first lap, and we're going to zoom right in here with these guys a little bit so you can see the racing action, as we expect to see some really good action between these drivers here. Howard Weaver out front, Graham behind him, Brown behind him, and Hauser in that number 2 machine coming in, but Shane James going to take fourth place from him for the moment. They're side by side. Shane James and Dylan Hauser trying to battle right now for 5th position, as Brown has it in the number 74 machine. And here comes the 41 getting in there of Shad Prescott. We told you to look out for him early in the race, and here he comes trying to get by Dylan Hauser. Caution number 1 coming out. Let's go back and see where it started at, and I don't see anybody off pace, so they spin it around, keep it going, and it is going to be the 16 of Eddie Underwood going around here to bring out caution number 1. Well, let's go back and take a look here. Oh, heavy into the wall, as we'll go back a little bit further here. See exactly what happened very quickly before we go racing again. They were 3 wide back here in the back. You got the 115, the 024, and the looks like the 156 involved. And no, not there. This happened on the backstretch, so it should be coming up here in just a moment. Something happened to him as he went for a violent ride. Slides up right into the 115 and gets into the outside wall, spinning himself around. The 115 getting involved in that as well of Jed Barton. But both of them on pit road, as it looks like Jed Barton is going to have to come to his pit stall as well. And Howard Weaver out front here as we are under caution for the first time on lap 5 of 50 after the 16 of Eddie Underwood sliding up into the 115 of Jed Barton, bringing out that caution. We are just moments away from getting the green flag one more time. We'll see. Will that be the end of the cautions here tonight, or will we see some more? We'll see. Cautions do breed cautions. But then again, you got some really talented drivers here that know how to will these machines. So we'll see if we have any more or if we go caution free. All right, there it is. Green flag back in the air. We are racing here once again. As we're going to zoom out, and there you can see just how much the battle's going on. As it look like we have a connection issue there. 4 wide, 74 and the 3 get together, and that is going to cause a huge chain reaction back here. We're going to have to get back here. Shane James going all the way to the back, upside down, back onto his wheels. Let's go back and look. Shane James, a very fast driver, not going to have the win he wanted here tonight. It doesn't look like now. We'll see how much damage he does have right after the restart. Definitely a nice-looking paint job, but it is going to be torn up after this. We'll see what happened. Somebody, I believe, got into him. I believe that was a 74 that may have made that contact. We'll see right there, into the wall hard, gets hit again and yet again by the 55, and rolls it over right there and just lands it back on the wheels. That car is not leaning right. Something is wrong with it, as he is going to be on pit road here once it's all said and done, and he has packed it up into the trailer. So again, a very fast driver here in this race of Shane James is now had to pack it up, and he is done here for the night, as well as Eddie Underwood. At the moment, Jed Barton in that 115 machine, he is back out on the track, no laps down. He is on the lead lap after all that, so good to see him still on the lead lap and battling for the win. He's got his work cut out for him. He wants to get up there, but I've seen Jed race many times. I know he can get up there. The question is, does he have the time to do it? He's going to need a long green flag run if he wants to get up there. In order to advance. If we keep getting cautions, he's not going to have that opportunity. So we'll see right now if he can do it. One of those other drivers you got to watch for is the green flag comes back out once again here at Eldora Speedway. That is going to be the 41 of Shad Prescott. Another one you have to look out for. You can't count him out. Another one of the D1RT drivers, Dylan Hauser. in here trying to make something happen on Virgil Graham. They're both running the high side. It's getting a little bumpy up there. We see a little bit of a cushion starting to form, as you can see as they come out of the corner here. It seems fairly smooth right there. But right there, you can see just how bumpy it is for the two as it puts the two of Dylan Hauser into the outside wall as he's trying to get by Virgil Graham. And that 42 just not being able to make it happen at the moment. Let's go back here a little ways to see this battle going on as you have Blake Brown, Randall Carter, Chad Wheeler all right here battling together. Oh, and the 74, Blake Brown gets into the outside wall. He recovers from it, and he'll see if he can get by the 20 now of Ryan Gaunt, but it's just not going to happen at the moment. This track is really getting some ruts here on the top side. Nobody has really seemed to go on the bottom, though. It looks like the top is where it's at, even with all that bumpiness, as the 20 gets into the wall now, and he will recover from it as well. Check in back here with Shad Prescott, who is still trying to work over. Oh, contact between the 42. Graham lets go, though, doesn't keep into the gas, and he will let the 41 survive from that as they made contact there. But the expert driving here, professionalism of the 42 allows him to keep going. As soon as he knew he was into him, he let off not to wreck him or both of them. And here comes Dylan Hauser in that 2 machine. He's going to give the 07 of Weaver a run for his money here for the lead. 16 laps in, 17 contact there, just a little bit between the 07 and the 2. Hauser trying to get up there and get this lead. He was right there. That contact definitely pushed him back a little bit. More contact on the wall. Here comes the 41 of Shad Prescott as he was unable to capitalize off of that momentum he got from the 2 of Dylan Hauser getting into the outside wall. And we're starting to see some dust starting to fly on the high side as it is getting very dry there. And again, you can see just how bumpy this track is. We're going to go back a little bit here to see the battle on. This is a battle for 6th position right now between Ryan Gaunt and Randall Carter, as it is side by side, both of them not giving an inch. They are just millimeters off that wall, and right there you can see that is really where the trouble spot is, just how bumpy this track is. Back up to the front, though, is Dylan Hauser has been unable to get up to Howard Weaver. However, Shad Prescott has Virgil Graham all over his back bumper, still trying to get by and pull away from him, but he got by him, just hasn't been able to pull away too far. As we're going to go back here quite a ways into this field, as you got some really good battles starting to brew back here between Darren Friedman and Dylan Thomas. We're actually going to zoom out here a little bit as caution comes out once again. And who is it going to be for? I'm not sure who this is for. We're going to have to try to find it. And we'll try the 24 of Ryan Martin and go back and look. Not sure. He's been on there for a little bit. So we're trying to find what happened here. Nobody seems to be off. The 03 does have some connection issues here. But that doesn't seem to be what the caution is for. Whoever it was able to get it going once again. So we will go back to live. They spun it. Caution came out and they got it going once again before we could find out exactly who it was. So we are unable to find out what that caution was for, as they did get it going once again. Here we are on lap 23, just about at the halfway point. We will be at the halfway point when we go racing one more time. While we have a break in the action, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. If you're on the Facebook side of things, definitely give it a thumbs up if you like the race and like the page, as well as you can go like the Virtual Racing Network page as well. If you're on the YouTube side of things, definitely subscribe and hit the like button, as well as little bell to be notified as well. And we do have new super chat feature, as well as memberships on our channel, where you can become a little bit more than just a viewer. You can be a member here as well. That is always optional, not mandatory. But it is an option you can do if you want to be just a little bit more than just the standard viewer. But we're getting ready here, as there it is. Green flag back in the air as they get going, and the caution is still waving. I'm not sure caution is not out. They are racing here. So I'm not sure why our overlays are still showing a caution for some reason. But the green flag is out. And I stand corrected. Caution is out, so they threw the caution once again. I did not see the pace truck, but a caution coming out. Nobody wrecked there. I don't think they were happy with the lineup. Something. So that is why we never got the green flag. They delayed it, but they took off anyway, as they are regrouped once again here, as we are under caution. So it wasn't our overlays acting up. We never got out from under caution. We are going to regroup and try this one more time. Looks like race control was not happy with that restart, so they waved it off, and we are going to try one more time. All right, it is a go time here. We'll see if we're going to go. Let's go on board here, as we'll go to Shad Prescott sitting in third place. Has some damage to the front of that car. No surprise there. It's not going to hurt him too much, as we're not all about aerodynamics here. But we're going to go on to the roll bar camera here. Thanks to T&D Rustic Decor, we are looking for a new on-board camera sponsor. So if you got a company out there that you are looking to get some exposure for, we have a spot for you here on the on-board camera. So message us over on the Virtual Racing Network page, and we can definitely discuss a sponsorship opportunity for that, as we use it quite often. And there it is. A green flag is in the air. We're racing as you're on board here with the 41 of Shad Prescott. As you can see what he can see here from his roll bar, as he is trying to run down your front two drivers. As we're going to go ahead and get off of that and go back to our main camera, as he is sitting in third place right now trying to run down those leaders. And right back here, we got some cars a little off pace, but they're getting it back together here. We're going to go back up as, again, Dylan Hauser back there in 17th place right now after that last little incident. As just an outstanding job by everybody here. We have had a few cautions, and it looks like Virgil Graham will overtake your what was leader, Howard Weaver. He has led 30 laps. He has led every lap, and Weaver with the crossover comes back to the lead. Can Graham get him at the line? Not going to happen. It's going to be Weaver in the 07 that leads that 31st lap. 19 laps to go. Virgil Graham was right there, had him in his crosshairs, but was unable to complete the pass. He will keep diving. He's going to have to really do something if he wants to get by that 07 of Weaver. And here he goes, diving it to the inside for the slide job. Slides up in front. Howard Weaver with the crossover. Can he get back by him? Howard Weaver has the smoother surface, as it's really bumpy, and there goes the crossover we expected. Here comes yet another crossover, and it's going to be the 07 of Weaver at the line once again to lead his 33rd lap. And it is going to be Howard once again powering on the outside, and all of that battling has maybe got to the 42 of Graham, and here comes Prescott in the 41. He's going to try to make a move here on the 42 of Graham. Can he get by him for second place? We'll see. Caution is out once again. It is going to be for Blake Brown in the 74. What happened here to the 74 of Blake Brown, as he looks to be in the middle of an 84 and 89 sandwich? We'll see. It looks like he got clear of the 89. I'm wondering if he got in too hot right there. Gets pushed up into the outside wall. I think it looks like he recovers from it. But caution does come out anyway, unless something else happened. Oh, right there. He gets a hit from the 19 of Windholes and goes for a barrel roll here in turn 3 and 4. That will bring out the caution, as he is going to be on pit road now. We currently have just a few laps to go, as we'll pull up your caution graphic here. We have 14 laps to go. Going to be 13 at the line And the lights are still on, so we're going to go racing here with 12 laps to go in your feature race. It is set to be a good little shootout here. We've had a few cautions, but some really good green flag racing. Really, in this top 5, that's where we've focused most of the race here. Howard Weaver, Virgil Graham putting on a fantastic battle here for the lead. Shad Prescott getting in here. Corey Whitworth in here. Randall Carter. Even Ryan Gaunt. Chad Weaver getting into 7th place now. You can't count out some of these drivers that were up here early. Dylan Hauser in the 2. He was up here early in this race. So you can't count any of these guys out or forget about them. Even though they're not up there now, they were up there early, putting on a really good show. Hauser back in 14th at the moment. The lights are off on the pace truck here, so we will go racing this time by, as there it is. Green flag back in the air here at Eldora Speedway. We are racing one more time. We'll see. Will it be the last caution? Will we have another one? It is currently 12 laps to go, and you can just see how bumpy this track really is, as it is extremely bumpy up on the high side, but everybody's sticking to that high side, as it seems to be the faster lane. Virgil Graham in 2nd place, Shad Prescott in 3rd. Here comes Corey Whitworth trying to get by, but he's not going to be able to make it, I don't think, as he has a lot of company coming from the 37 of Randall Carter, as Carter trying to run down Whitworth here, and we'll see if he's able to get up there and make anything happen with him. Right behind them is Ryan Gaunt in the 20, as he's trying to get back up there in the mix of things as well. And it looks like, I thought we had somebody off pace. They're just blinking there. They are not off place. Let's go back to the front. Howard Weaver still leading this race. He has led 41 laps. And man, that backstretch is extremely pumpy coming out of turn 2. And it looks like that turn is going to be bad too. Contact. The Howard Weaver gets into the outside wall, and here goes Shad Prescott and the 42 of Virgil Graham. But what a recovery for Weaver, as he's able to get by the 41 of Shad Prescott, and he gets by the 42 of Graham. And he will lead that lap to lead his 43rd lap here. Here comes the crossover. Oh, contact between the 41 and the 07 as the 42 of Graham slides up into the 7 of Howard Weaver. Howard Weaver had nowhere to go as he was sandwiched between the 42 and the wall, and that will allow the 41 to get there, but the caution comes out, and it's going to be, I believe, for the 55 of Austin Moore. Let's go back and take a look. Here is the 55 of Austin Moore. What happened here? He clearly has damage. We saw him pulling it to pit road. Gets in, possibly hot. No, not sure what happened to him here as he gets in right there, coming out of the corner to go on to the back stretch. And somebody's into the wall ahead of him. Oh, all by himself, though. Barrel rolling it. Gets hit by the 19 of Windholes. And the 115 barely missing him. Again, the 115 is Clay Devin. No, sorry, not Clay Devin. Jed Barton in the 115 as he narrowly misses him. But right now, it is being shown as Virgil Graham, your race leader. So it looks like Graham was ahead when the caution came out. This is interesting here for Howard Weaver as he led all those laps, and now this may come down to a very few laps here. So we'll see. 4 laps to go. The lights are off, so we're going to have a 3-lap shootout for Howard Weaver to try to get back by Virgil Graham, or for Shad Prescott to come in with the upset, or the 69 of Corey Whitworth to come in with an upset, or possibly even the 37 of Randall Carter. We'll see. Green flag is in the air here at Eldora Speedway one more time. It is now with a 3-lap shootout is all we have left. 3 to go here in your feature race. and it is bumpy. I think that caution with the 42 of Virgil Graham being in front may have done it here for Howard Weaver, as he may just not be able to recover from this. Shad Prescott had a run going, but the caution definitely did not work in his favor. He needed that long run there to try to get up there. But here comes Howard Weaver. He's going to put the slide job on. Can't complete it. It's going to be the 42, but the 42 Graham gets into the inside wall, or the outside wall, sorry. Final lap, 1 to go here, presented by Northwest Racing Series. Howard Weaver's probably going to make a last-ditch effort. Here it comes, diving it to the inside. He's going to slide up. Will he take the spot? Here comes Prescott. Prescott into the back, and it's going to be, I'm not sure, Shad Prescott getting the win here on the upset. What a battle there. I don't fault him. While he did get into the back of the 07, but there was major contact between Virgil Graham, Howard Weaver, and Prescott for the race win. Let's go back and watch that really quick here on the replay, as that was insane there for the race win. And this is your last lap here, folks. Checkered flag is over. The 41 gets the win, but here is how it happened right there. Those two get contact. He bumps him. He hits there, and 41 gets the win of Shad Prescott. What a interesting finish there, as we knew it wouldn't disappoint, and it did not, as the 41 is going to pull it into pit road. Let's step away here in just a minute. First, we'll get through your unofficial race results, as we'll go ahead and pull those. Getting the win here is going to be the 41 of Shad Prescott, followed by the 42 of Virgil Graham in second. Third place will go to the 07 of Howard Weaver. Fourth place will go to the 37 of Randall Carter. Fifth place will go to the 69 of Corey Whitworth. Sixth place will go to Chad Wheeler. Seventh place, Tyler Hollum. Eighth place, Dylan Petty. Ninth place, Darren Friedman. That was ninth place. 10th place will go to DJ Kilinowski. 11th place, Dylan Hauser. 12th place, Kenneth Drake. 13th place will go to Dylan Thomas. 14th, Jed Barton. 15th, Jared Winholes. 16th, Cody Turchi. 16th will go tie for 16th. I'm not sure why there. We go to Ryan Gaunt. 18th will go to Austin Moore. 19th, Mike Molnar. 20th will go to Clay Devon. 21st will go to Blake Brown. 22nd, Ryan Martin. 23rd, Shane James. And 24th, rounding out your fields here tonight, will go to Eddie Underwood. That will do it here for your unofficial race results. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back with your top 3 interviews coming up in just a few moments. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here with your post-race show. And it was an exciting race all night, and, well, it didn't end any other way than probably the most exciting way you could think of around here. But we do have our top three drivers here for the post-race show presented by Randy's Wraps. As we'll pull up the driver bar information, our third place finisher here who led 43 laps and then in the end just a little shy of the win. Coming away in third place, that is the 07 of Howard Weaver. So Weaver, first off, a heck of a run to lead 43 laps here. You started first, finished third. You're already the points leader, and this isn't going to hurt you at all. But first off, what was the track like? It looked like coming out of turn 2 and a little onto that backstretch, it was getting a little bumpy up on the high side, but everybody kept running it.
Yeah, it was really, really bumpy out of turn 2. That's where I kept messing up, and then sometimes out of turn 2 or turn 4 there was a bump that would shoot you into the wall. So both corners were really hard to run, but it was still so much faster than the rest of the track. So we pretty much had to keep running it.
Definitely, it's an interesting track here. A lot of people like this track. A lot of people dislike this track. You kind of got a 50-50 split down there, roughly anyway. But as far as your opinion of this track, what are your thoughts on it? One of your favorites, least favorites, manageable? What do you think about it?
It used to be my favorite. Now it's my least favorite since the cushion stuff, because you could throw decent slide jobs and even sometimes run the bottom, and now it's just all cushion. So hopefully they'll get it straightened back out on one of the next builds, and it'll be good again. But yeah, right now I don't really like it at all.
Oh, speaking of slide jobs, before we let you get to your sponsors and shoutouts, go over those last probably 5 to maybe even 10 laps with you, Graham, and Prescott there. It was really turning into a slide job and crossover city between you and Graham there for a while. So just how much of an adrenaline rush was that battling back and forth with Graham?
Yeah, me and Virgil and I had a really good battle, and then he just slid up into my door. He got in the slick there and couldn't quite get cleared, I guess, and so that part kind of sucked. But then on the restart, it took me a few laps to get going, and once I got going, it was pretty good if I didn't hit one of them bumps. And so we had a shot on the last lap, and threw a slide job on him and tried to block him from being able to cross under, and then Shad kind of came out of nowhere and just ran into the back of us, which he didn't lift, which is fine because it's the last lap anyway. I don't think any of us would have, but it would have been cool if maybe we could have finished 3 wide there, which we almost did anyway. But yeah, it was fun racing until the last 5-10 laps for me.
Well, it definitely was great racing. We'll let you thank all the sponsors and shout outs you want to give out there for watching, and we'll hand it back to you.
Yeah, just thank SDMTS for the series, Team VLR, VRN for covering it, Team Friday Accelerated, and we also have a series starting with D1RT here in a few weeks, and the UMP Modifieds also. So that'll be one everyone can check out too. And yeah, like I said, it was a good race for me until the end, and then it kind of sucked, but we still got a 3rd place, I guess.
Well, definitely, again, coming in points leader, you'll leave the points leader, so 3rd place overall, a good finish for you here, so congrats on that. And the guy finishing just 1 spot ahead, started second, finished second, led 6 laps here tonight. That is, of course, the 42 of Virgil Graham. So same question, those last 5-10 laps, what was it like? It was insane battling all night long between you three, and then to have it go down just as crazy as it was here for the finish. What was it like out there?
Well, I mean, the track was slick. There was quite a big cushion on the entry of both corners, so you had to kind of just stick it up in there, like right on entry, and just kind of ride it right through, which was quite tricky. But as far as the slide jobs and trading those with Howard was fun, but there on like lap, I don't know, 44 or something, the one that eventually I took the lead on. It was one I didn't have enough speed for. I was hoping I'd clear, and about midway through 1 and 2, I realized I wasn't going to clear, and we were going to hit pretty good, so I tried to back it down a little bit, but it's just so slick, and I doored the hell out of them. So, it's not the way that I would have wanted to win anyways, so I guess it's kind of karma's way of saying, hey, you'll take second one way or the other.
Yeah, karma can get you sometimes when you least expect it. But, it's one of those things. It was a racing deal. There was a lot of beating banging. I'm pretty sure they're going to have to repair the wall here on that outside. It got a lot of abuse here as well. But yeah, again, just some outstanding racing by everybody here tonight. We did have a few cautions there towards the back of the field, but the front, probably 10, 12 drivers, some really good driving. You were up front basically the entire race. And again, you did lead a few laps, but just .117 seconds, so not even 2/10 away from getting the lead, as it was almost a drag race between you and Prescott to get the win. But again, second place is where it was for you. We know you got some sponsors and shout-outs, so who would those be here for that second place finish?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank XRG Sim for the paint, you in the booth, the Sim Dirt series, and yeah, I mean, those last few laps were fun. I'm sure they had to be fun to watch, so hopefully the fans enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Well, that brings us to our race winner here. That is the 41 of Shad Prescott. And, I hate to tell you, Shad, but I think iRacing's a little off. It says you led one lap. You really led about 20 feet of that last lap. As again, you did get to the back bumper of Howard Weaver, but you had nowhere to go. You were coming to the front. They had already made contact. Then you bumped in there a little bit. No fault of your own. It was just really hard racing, and stuff like that happens. But in the end, you basically drag race Virgil Graham to the end and beat him by just over a tenth, just barely at all. So same question we just talked to him, those last 5 laps where you're battling. What was it like up there after that caution and getting the restart?
Yeah, it was getting kind of dicey between them two there, pretty much the last half of the race, and I was just trying to stay smooth and not get in the wall too bad, and I knew if I could stay close there toward the end, I could hopefully get a good enough run to get around them. And they threw the exchanging sliders on that last lap, and they went in there and hit a little bit, and I drove in there, and everything happened so quickly coming off of 4. By the time I realized I wasn't going to clear them on the outside, it was too late, and I didn't have time to lift and turn them around. It's not really how I wanted to win it. I would have liked to finish 3 wide also, but it just all happened so quick. I had no time to react there.
Yeah, definitely there was no reaction time. Again, nobody wants to win that way, but, from up here in the booth, we're watching from our perspective, it was, a fair win. You really had nowhere to go, except maybe possibly into the wall, and probably would have flipped the car over, and it would have been into your night as well. In the end, everyone still finished in the top 3 where they were, just in a different order. Again, you squeaked it out by about, I would say, maybe 10 feet at most is really what you got there. But again, it doesn't matter how many laps you lead, as long as you lead that last lap at the line. You did it here tonight. I know you got some sponsors on the car and some shout-outs, so who would those be here for that victory?
Yeah, most importantly, I got to thank everyone at Team D1RT. They really help you. They really helped me as far as getting faster and being smooth and consistent. But Dylan Wilson, Blake Cannon, Trevor Fitz, Tyler Hollum, Clay Debin, and Jim Emery. Yeah, those are the ones that I wanted to give a shout out to.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win. It was a well-fought victory. Again, leading one lap, more about 10, 15 feet of that lap at the end, as we had to go back and look at it ourselves. That being said, we need to thank all of our sponsors, of course, here for tonight's race on the side of the racing. A big shout out to Team VLR for coming on and partnering with the Sim Dirt Modified Touring Series. And here on the broadcast side of things, a big shout out to all of the following partners that have come on board here for 2018. Walls Beard Co., Sim Speed Shop, Northwest Racing Series, Ohio IndyCar League, iBog, and Randy's Wraps. Again, if you're looking to a sponsor of something, we have a opening on our onboard camera sponsor here on VRN. So if you have a company looking to get a little exposure, message us on our Facebook page, or you can email us, contact us through virtualracingnetwork.net. We would be glad to partner with you, and we'll work a deal out with you so that we both win. So that being said, we are done here for tonight. We hope to see you back Sunday night with the Race Core iRacing Drivers World Series, as we are off this Friday and Saturday. So we'll be back Sunday here on VRN.